Cheers, Tom.
Cheers, Mark. 42 years.
42 years. Well, 30 of them have been at CPJ.
Wow, that's tough, man.
That's a long time.
Long time, brother.
Yeah, we've done it all, Tom.
Yeah, well, you know, it's had its great times, it's had its okay times, and it's had its bad times, buddy. But you want to know something? We're relentless.
Yeah.
And we've worked our way through everything, isn't it?
Absolutely. CPJ was started through the friendship that Tom and I had. His mother, Margaret Tyler, had the original Caribbean Producers in Miami. It was a company that was really the resource for people that were setting up businesses, hotels in Jamaica. People like John Ister and Butch Stewart would go to Miami and meet with Margaret and her team at Caribbean Producers when they needed to refurbish a hotel, or if they bought an old hotel and needed to fix it up, do the kitchens and the bathrooms and buy all the equipment. Back in those days, of course, there were no computers.
Mark was in the building that we have our offices in now, and he was setting up an 807 factory. And I sold him his first feed rail and his electrical equipment for that factory. I got the opportunity at that time to start developing a relationship with Mark's father, Tony, and it was great.
Unfortunately, over time, first thing was the fax machine, which started to give people the information that Margaret and Tom would have in their knowledge base.
And our business changed, the business that I was in. And I decided I wanted to become the Cisco food service of Jamaica. That was the vision of CPJ. Go into something that I can create a service and provide it over and over and over again. Since I knew all the hoteliers in Jamaica, Mark was in Montego Bay. I went to Mark and I said, listen, I want to do this thing. And Mark was right there with me. He said, let's do it. So that's how CPJ started in 1994.
CPJ's first 30 years have been quite a ride, I must say. My partner, Tom Tyler, is really a great business developer, and he's gone out and always has ideas and is always selling and, you know, vendor relationships and driving with the customers to, you know, really get out of them what we can.
You're drinking a little good, the good stuff. Tennessee whiskey, Jack Daniels. I love that stuff, man. I love it. Hi.
Where's your glass?
Oh boy, you know, I stopped drinking because, you know, I want to extend my age. So I don't know how many years I'll get out of it, but you know.
So we should stop drinking now?
No. I need consumption, so you guys keep on drinking. If you stop drinking, I won't have any business.
Tom has an incredible tact with sales and a belief in the brands that he represents. And over the years, it was amazing to watch a dynamic duo of the two of them and their teams come together. And I think that belief in what CPJ did from its leadership at the top resonated right through the organization and has had a lot to do with the wild success that CPJ has had over the last 30 years.
What do you think about this 30-year thing?
Wonderful. We thought we've been where we want to be, but still have a lot more to do.
Right.
Doesn't seem that long, though.
Doesn't seem that long? You know, you were skinny when you started 29 years ago.
I'm still skinny. He can talk about bacon.
You know?
I'm still skinny.
You know what I really find about CPJ?
Yeah.
A lot of people are following in my
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
he did.
There you go.
Some of you, I can't even imagine you being here this long, because some of you look like you're just starting. You know, a lot of the long-serving people being here for 20 years plus, they look like they're in their 40s, 30s and 40s. They're probably a little older than that. Maybe they're not working stressed enough.
I have been with CPJ for almost 22 years. I am the Senior Administrative Assistant, aka SALT, Encyclopedia, the go-to person.
I've been at CPJ over 25 years. I am the supervisor of the Technical Services Division.
I've been with CPJ for now 27 years. I began January 1997. Tom Tyler observed a beverage system, BIB, bag-in-box, juice concentrate system, and brought it to Jamaica.
That's a great business, let me tell you. I'm really glad we started that.
Yes.
So you were out there installing the equipment?
Installing equipment.
Was I out there with you?
You were there?
Yeah. I learned.
Some late nights.
Don't inspect, inspect.
Yeah.
Don't ask anybody to do what you can't do yourself. So yeah, I always like to touch and feel it.
I am presently the payroll officer. I have been here 20 years.
I'm the technical services manager. I've been working at CPJ from March 3, 1997. 27 years, about 4 months and some days.
I am a senior customer service representative. I've been here for 20 years.
Why do you stay for so long? Why are you guys here 29 years, 28 years?
For me, I think for all of us, we love what we do. And we love to service the customer, let the customer be happy.
Really? That's what it's all about,
That's what-
making that customer happy.
Happy.
And when they're not happy, what do?
You call me.
You call.
I stayed at CPJ because I love what I do. I love my job, and it's like a hobby for me.
My team has some of the longest serving employees within CPJ. One team member 25 years, another one 18 years, some 12 years, 10 years. I guess we enjoy what we do. We're all over, and I think maybe that's what kind of helped them. The interactions, not limited to one space, but can be around. So I have a damn good team.
I always kind of had this idealistic thing when I was young that business was just about making money. And to me, that felt very cold. And I was very interested in people and kind of fascinated by people and just what makes them work and what makes them happy and what makes them thrive and what makes them fail. So obviously I entered into the field of psychology and I loved it and I was super interested. But what I realized at CPJ when I came in is that a company is actually people, and there is nothing that makes a company work better than when the people are happy and thriving.
CPJ has changed my life significantly, allowing me to financially support my 3 children, especially through their scholarship opportunity here.
It's rewarding. I have grown since my 22 years. I have gotten more patient because I'm not a patient person.
I have grown in terms of how I deal with people, the level of professionalism.
When I came here as a young person, I only had my PhD subjects. I pursued my first degree in business administration, majoring in accounting. I was able to get my house and purchase my own vehicle. I am grateful.
I wake up every morning happy to come to CPJ, and I hope that's infectious for everybody because it is a joy to have been a part of this company for 27 years.
Being here for 27 years, it's more than half my age. So everything, it's my second family away from home.
First 3 guys that started with you are still here.
Yeah, the first 3 sales guys are still on the street.
That's unbelievable.
And,
you guys are the best.
Yeah. And then you got Robert Williams, started as a clerk,
Yeah.
running our technical services.
Yeah.
And the list goes on. You know, we're really, really lucky. We must be doing something right.
Well, we've done a lot right and a few things wrong, but I guess we've done more right than wrong. Growing has its own challenges, right? And in fact, in 2018, we tried to put in a warehouse management system and we had a big collapse. Our employees know this very well. I don't really want to single out people, but I have to single out my wife, Candace. It was a very difficult period and she jumped in.
The company basically shut down. We couldn't even deliver food. We couldn't deliver, our trucks couldn't go out. I actually come from a world of data analysis, so I was used to working with large data sets. And I came in to take a look at it and kind of saw what the problem is, and I started working with Sophie and just never left.
It challenged us. It took us about 6 months to reel it back in. I'll never forget a hotel manager, Brian Roper from Sandals, driving his SUV down to the warehouse all the way from Otrius to pick up some things that he needed because we couldn't deliver. He would call me and he was so gracious. He knew what we were going through and that's the other thing. Beyond the culture and the support we get from our staff, we have that same sort of relationship with our customers.
I think that Tom and Mark had been very focused on growth for the company, and so they had grown the company very, very quickly, and because of that, there was a lot of kind of the underneath structure that was lacking in the company, and we decided to kind of go department by department and just take that on and build those structures that, you know, I think you get to a point in a company where you have to become very efficient.
I'm not going to single anybody else out because there's so many people I could give praises to and thank, and that would just put me in a bad position. But I have to give her my gratitude every day.
Listen, the world is full of hardships. So starting a business from scratch is not easy. We went through about 5 years of really just chipping at it.
The most difficult thing that we faced is something that the world faced, and that was the pandemic.
We steered our way through that like no other company in Jamaica. The company was shut down, all our customers were gone.
We owed people a lot of money. There was no way we were going to pay everybody on terms because, you know, we just didn't have the cash flow.
We were selling boxes of food on the road outside, and we became the most popular guys in the North Coast. Everybody knew about the bucket deal and the box deal. Everybody thought, oh God, CPJ is making a whole heap of money. Every box we sold, we were selling it for half the cost of what was in the box. But we made a lot of goodwill from that.
After surviving COVID, we just realized that we can survive anything. The employees really rallied around COVID and did their part. We weren't working at home, we were working at CPJ. They made concessions to carry the company because the company had very little revenue. They made sacrifices, and that's why the culture of the company is so important, is because when you have that level of culture and connection, then you know, it translates through when things are rough. People just, they didn't even question it. They just got on board and did everything they could to make sure that the company was going to be here after COVID. They went above and beyond, and I'm forever grateful.
Now, you guys have all been here for close to 30 years, almost as long as I've been here.
Yes, sir.
What makes CPJ number one in the hospitality industry? Service.
Service, and we're a one-stop shop.
Right.
For me, it's everything.
I went to Sandals Negril from Super Clubs in '96, and I actually brought CPJ with me because when I went to Sandals, there were some products as food and beverage manager I wanted that I was using at the previous hotel. So Tom came with me, and that was the expansion in Sandals.
For the last 20 plus years, I've had the great fortune of working with CPJ, with Tom and Mark and the wider team. I went to a hotel once and I had a piece of meat and I said to myself, I said, this actually tastes phenomenal. And this was a hotel in my eye that wasn't at the Sandals standard. And I started asking questions as to where it all came from and how it worked. And that led me right back to CPJ. And I remember sitting down with Tom and Mark and building out what became, you know, a really incredible relationship over the last 20 plus years.
On behalf of the Jamaica Pig Farmers Association, we extend our warmest congratulations to Caribbean Producers Jamaica Limited on reaching your 30th anniversary milestone. Throughout the years, your unwavering support for the Jamaica Pig Farmers Association has played a pivotal role in the sustainability of our industry, fostering economic development and creating opportunities for our farmers. We look forward to continuing our fruitful partnership and exploring new avenues for collaboration that will further strengthen our pig industry.
They also know that whatever they need, we're going to do everything possible to fulfill their needs. We once had a customer that needed something on Christmas Day, and our team executed it on Christmas Day. It was an installation of some beverage equipment, which is not an easy task. He called us out, he really wanted it done. Hotels don't sleep. The team came out on Christmas Day and did that installation. Those are the kind of things that really speak to the relationships that we have, not just with the staff, but with our customers. And we have that with our vendors too. People that have been supplying us for 30 years, some of them.
One happy memory. I have a lot of happy memory.
I have had so many. It's hard to just pick one.
They sent me to Chicago because we are the dealer of the Taylor brand. So I went to the factory and it was amazing for me to see how they assemble all the parts and stuff. So that was a great experience for me. I'll always remember that.
One of my happy memories here was a couple of years back when we used to meet in the lunchroom with the guys in the warehouse. I used to look forward for that, just to hear their experience on the road.
My job provides me the opportunity to meet people from all different walks of life.
Shortly after starting working here, there was a fire and it had a great impact in the receivables department. In spite of that challenge, it did not deter the company. We overcame and we conquered, and here we are 30 years.
Another memory is the parties that we have here. I was a dancer here, everybody know that. Yeah, I really enjoy my time here.
I go to work very early. I'm a very early person. And I like the camaraderie that I have with my coworker just before they go off. You'll see me in the canteen serving because sometimes they really need the help. I hear, Miss Jen, come serve, we need the help. Once I walk in, everything changed because I'm there.
We have inter-department football competition, and usually what that includes are entails managers from different departments, managers another department. And that type of interaction breaks down barriers between departments.
We've had a big change recently. We've had a strategic stake taken up by A.S. Bryden.
One thing I've always said in business is constant, that there will always be change. You have to adapt to the change so you can persevere to get to the next thing.
And we'd just like to welcome them. One of the things that they've said they want to do is to not only maintain the culture, but to actually build on the culture that we have already established at CPJ.
We are the best drivers out there, drivers of innovation, drivers of service. And now we have a stronger pit crew and stronger engine for our, our machine. I think I'm excited.
Yeah, I just think the next 30 years is going to be even better, bigger and better, you know?
As comfortable as the CPJ staff have made me, I want to make them feel comfortable about their future, just as comfortable as I've been here. So anything that I can do, I want to let them know that they can reach out to me, whether it's directly, through their managers, etc. Come and talk to me and let's talk about our future together, one-on-one.
You know, we have a lot of stars at CPJ. Not everybody can be a star, but everybody has to be at least a supporter, right? Not everybody can score the goal, but everybody can feed the goal scorers, right? So we have a lot of those people at CPJ, and we're just grateful that we have a deep bench of talented people, loyal people, people that care about the company.
We're a world leader, and because of that, we can only get better.
CPJ offers a great career for persons, even within my department, so looking to go bigger and better.
And I see the company doing well.
My wish for the future for CPJ is to continue to support employees and their families as they have supported mine.
I wish that we continue to grow in the way that we have and even to be more better.
I think 30 years is a joke for CPJ. I think growth and growth, it's a family. I've seen that we have staff who have come up through the ranks. People might be here for 12 years, 14 years, and what we've seen is that they've come up and this might be their 6th job within the company. And that's what really creates a family, because we're growing together as a family. And I just want to see that multiplied.
My wish is, is to see the next 30 years be bolder, bigger, and to see tourism and the supply side, all of the ecosystem of tourism continue to change the lives of Jamaicans and make people have this emotional connection to our country, come back year after year.
Not every company makes it to 30 years. The Brydens that have bought into CPJ, they've actually made it over 100 years. But I guess I won't be around for the 100, but I'll do my best to be around for as much of the next 30 years as possible.
For me, the biggest potential that CPJ has always had, they've had great brands, and they've never been able to penetrate the global retail market in Jamaica. Global as in countrywide in Jamaica. And I think that's the next big phase for them, that they can then translate what they've done with the hotel industry, because they're the go-to people in the hotel industry. And I think they can become the go-to people in the wider retail industry in Jamaica. And I'm sure with this new team, they'll be able to do that.
CPJ for us has tremendous potential still. One would say yes, it's grown dramatically in its history, but when combined with the synergies of the overall Seprod group, there's so much more to offer, and I'm seeing us springboarding into the future, and I think we're going to have a massive 5 years ahead as we start to really tap into those synergies.
More years of success.
Cheers to 30 years of excellence.
30 years of exceptional service.
Cheers to 30 years of family. Woo!
Big up CPJ. CPJ! Booyaka!
Cheers to Mark, to Tom, and to the entire CPJ family. One love.
I want to say cheers to 30. I'm going to be having a couple drinks tonight, so I hope I'll see somebody having a little shot or two with me.
We're very happy to have our employees that are highly regarded and valued by the directors, the managers, and yeah.
Cheers to 30 years!